So before the video starts, I want to say a few things very quickly. First off, I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Hope you guys had a good New Year's. Hope you guys are happy for this new year. Also, I want to say that if I sound dead in this recording, it's because it's pretty late at night right now and I'm just trying to get this video pushed out. So yeah, let's go. But besides that, in this video, I'm going to talk about my solo queue experience. I'm going to talk about the ups, the downs, the all arounds, and all of that. So if you want to hear me just talk about that all, then watch the rest of this video and I'll see you guys. Peace. So out of my several hours of solo queuing, I've honestly learned a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. But the first thing I do want to say is that solo queuing is really painful. I'm not joking. Solo queuing is very painful. At least for me it is, because of so many different issues. But the biggest issue why it's so painful is that I keep getting queued with people that are lower ranks than me. Now, I'm not saying that everyone in the low ranks are terrible. I'm just saying if I'm like a high gold player, I should not be like getting paired with people that are bronze. That just doesn't make sense. And yes, that is something that can happen. Even if you're diamond, you can get queued with people that are bronze. And this causes a lot of different issues. And I'm not even going to get into all of that because, you know, I don't want to say here make this entire video like a negative experience, but I do want to say that it is an issue. Like, me being paired with people that are super low rank is definitely an issue. So I just wanted to toss that out there and get that out right now. So the next thing I do want to talk about is loadouts and playstyles. So loadout, you can basically use whatever you want. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's your experience, do as you wish. But if you guys really do want to win, I highly recommend the meta loadouts that everybody is using. Now, this one loadout for medium, I specifically use this because you have an ADS turret that shoots projectiles that come at you. You have a regular turret that shoots with you. It's basically another teammate, and you can use whatever else you want, but this is kind of my main solo queue loadout. I highly recommend using this if you are a solo queuer. Just learn how to play with the loadout, and trust me, you will see a lot of value.
So I'll show my light and I'll show my heavy class too. It's just the meta loadouts that everybody is using. There's really nothing special to it. Now, I don't play heavy when it comes to solo because I don't like how clunky and slow I feel, and I don't think that heavy has high carry potential when it comes to eliminations. Yes, I know you can do the C4 barrel stuff, and I know you can one-tap lights with a rocket, but something like a light is so much more better at securing kills because you have things like stun guns, glitch grenades. You just do so much damage and you move around the map a lot faster, and also the medium moves around the map faster. So if you're gonna solo, I recommend playing light or medium. I highly recommend just doing medium because the thing is, light has a very high skill ceiling. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are bad players or anything. I'm just saying it'll be a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable if you have more crutches, basically. And a medium has a lot of different crutches. You have a really good gun that you don't really have to control recoil on. You don't really have to think that much, because, well, you can challenge just about anything in the game and usually win your gunfights if you can have better aim or even slightly better game sense than the player that you're fighting. Overall, light is just so much easier. You don't have to run around constantly trying to duck and dive and survive on light. You don't have to do that. You can kind of just do whatever you want and get away with it. So, I mean, yeah, okay, let me not say get away with it. That's a little crazy, but you do have a lot more options in my eyes. Every class is playable for solo. Don't feel bad if you play heavy and I'm sitting here saying that I don't play heavy because it's slow and clunky. Play whatever makes you happy. Just have fun with the game. Competitive is cool. Yes, I know people want rank rewards, but at the end of the day, it is a game, so just have fun doing whatever you want to do. That's honestly it. So the next thing I want to talk about is, well, playstyles. And I do know that everyone has a different playstyle. Not everyone's going to be the same. So there's not really many tips that I can give when it comes to that specifically, but there are at least a few things that I can say. First thing is, pay attention to what your teammates are doing. You really want to understand where your teammates are, what they're doing. In the back of your head, you always want to pay attention to them because at the end of the day, they are your teammates and they are important. No matter if your teammate has 8 deaths and 0 kills, he's still important to your team because he's another player. He could be getting value that no one could be seeing. Just because the board shows that he's 0 and 8 doesn't mean he's not doing stuff. That doesn't mean he's not preventing people from getting your cash outs by throwing pyro nades. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and there's so much to this game. So even if your teammate's going 0 and 8, it doesn't mean that, he's completely doing bad. I mean, scorebar wise, he is doing bad, but he might be getting value that you might not know about. So just pay attention to your teammates. It's honestly the biggest tip that I can give you, and basically honestly the only tip I can give you when it comes to your playstyle. Everything else just depends on your loadout and whatever you use. If you use recon on like medium, then your playstyle is going to be more of like a hunter type thing. You're going to try to look around and scout out and see where people are through walls and stuff. So it really does come down to your loadout, and it also does come down to what you're good at, like what you're really good at and what you need to work on. For me, I'm a very good aggressive player, so I like playing light. I like playing medium. I like playing medium with turrets and stuff, but I can also be a very passive player, so I can sit down on heavy, and I can also sit down on medium and play slower. but it really does come down to whatever you like and whatever you enjoy. So just figure that out and just work on it, to be honest with you. That's really all I can say. So this video, I don't want this video to be too long, so the last thing I'll say is watch out for team comps. Team comps are very important. If you don't know what that is, basically whatever your teammates are playing, it could be a light, a medium, or heavy, try to match what they're playing. Not copy, but try to help them out. If you see that there's playing a medium and a heavy and you're playing a light, that's perfect. But if you see that there's 2 lights on your team and you're also a light, maybe switch to medium. There's so many things that other classes have that make the game a little bit easier to play. Having 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy is great. Having 2 mediums, 1 heavy is great. Having 2 heavies and 1 medium is also great. But there's some team comps that just don't work that well. So figure out what works and what doesn't and play around your teammates. But if there's anything I want you to take away from this video is that solo queuing is definitely hard. It is not easy at all. This game is going to be one of the hardest games to solo queue in because of the reasons I listed in this video. So don't feel bad or don't feel ashamed if you can't climb out of a certain rank in a specific time frame. Like if you give yourself a week or 2 and you're still in gold, don't worry about it. Just have fun. There's still like 60 something days left in this season. So just try to casually get to diamond if you really want to. I'm going to be pushing very hard in this next couple of weeks, so I'll probably be streaming and stuff. I'll drop my Twitch and stuff down in the description down below if you want to check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.